Welcome in, guys, to Heard It Here First. Back in Del Valle, head coach for the Del Valle Cardinals, Coach Williams. Coach Williams, first season in Del Valle. Talk to me about some of your past coaching experience and some of your mentors along the way.
Okay. Well, my first couple coaching experiences, I started off coaching college football at Grambling State University in Louisiana.
Nice.
Then I went to North Carolina A&T where we won a Celebration Bowl, multiple conference championships. I was a tight ends coach. I went to go coach high school ball in Alice. Then from there, I went to Robert G. Cole, where Shaq played basketball at
in San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Then I went to back to Corpus, and then I went to LBJ in Austin.
Nice.
So a couple of my mentors would be Roger Broadway. Was my first head coach. Keith Wagner, John Reyes, and Jamal Finner.
What are some of the things that your first head coach that he taught you that you still implement today in your coaching style?
Walk like, talk like, act like a champion in everything that you do.
Absolutely, man.
With that, everything that we did was at a championship level. You know, couldn't just get by or do things halfway. We had to make sure that we went. You know, everything we did was balls to the wall, 100%, empty in the tank.
Absolutely. First year in Del Valle, right off the rip, whenever I was able to meet you, I could just tell, like, man, this is a perfect fit. Talk to me about your short journey here already and what the long-term goal is.
My short journey is really just coming from the east side over here. My long-term goal is for us to build men of character, build winners, and build belief in our community, in us, and restore us back to that prominence that we had back in the day, and show everybody that Del Valle is a place to be.
Right.
Implementing our culture, our DV culture, and getting our kids, to take success and be excellent.
I seen throughout the summer, whenever I was up here, I'd always see you up here. This is something that I could tell you had already not bought in. You already sold in on this, and I seen you out here working all the way down to the elementary and junior high kids. Talk to me about some of maybe your underclassmen that are coming up this year that we might see, maybe a sophomore or so. Some of those names we might need to recognize.
So our freshmen that are gonna be sophomores, Trayvon, he'll be competing for the starting quarterback job.
Okay.
We also have Braden Johnson, guy that's a diamond in the rough. We'll start to see him as he progresses. We also have First Green. He'll get a crack at running back this year. Okay. So those are our guys that are going to be sophomores that are part of that class, and just to name a few, and not to exclude anybody.
Right.
We also have a really talented freshman class coming from DVMS, Ojeda, and Daly. So my biggest thing is making sure we keep DV kids here in DV.
Absolutely.
And with the talent that we have and the kids that we have here, putting out a product that not only makes the community happy, but also keeps our kids here in Del Valle for a long term.
Sophomore quarterback that might be making in the run.
So Trayvon, he's got a really live arm, a real cannon.
Okay.
He's got a lot of zip on the ball.
Okay.
Has the mobile element. So we can get out there and do some triple option stuff. From your old school triple option to your new school spread triple option. So he gives us that extra aspect at the quarterback position.
Nice.
He'll also be competing with Josiah Harris. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And CJ Villarreal. So he's got some guys that are really gunning for that spot. So I'm excited to see all three of them and make it a great quarterback battle.
I asked for the interview. Thank you so much for giving me your time.
Thank you for interviewing us.
Absolutely. And you said, hey man, I need my captains. Talk to me about your captains. Talk about these guys that are going to be your leaders in that first year.
Well, when I first got here, it was I wanted our student athletes to pick who they wanted to lead, and when I first posed it to them, it wasn't don't pick your friends.
Right.
Pick somebody that will hold you accountable.
Absolutely.
When things get rough. So if you're voting your friends in there, it's one of those things where if you're voting your friends in there, when times get rough, that's the guy that lets you feel sorry for yourself. That's the guy that tells you, oh, okay,
right.
It's okay to take that rep off, instead of somebody's going to sit up there and say, hey, no, that's not enough. That's not right. That's not the standard of excellence that we're trying to do here at Del Valle. So we had them nominate, who they thought, should be up for the run, and then we had them vote, and then from that we took, those guys, our captains, our guys that were in the nominations, and we took guys that we thought, have a chance to lead in the near future. We made a leadership council. So not only was it that we had captains, but we had guys that would hold them accountable as well. well.
You had spoke about the leadership council. I will get to those guys for sure. It's awesome how it's almost like you have a Congress. You know what I'm saying? You got guys that will hold each other accountable in all different aspects, and that's really good. Something that Del Valle is going to definitely profit from. You know what I mean? Last question: what can we expect in year one? I know it's tough, and you're in a super tough district. Year one under Coach Williams. What message would you like to leave with the Central Texas football fans, Del Valle football fans, Heard It Here First football fans? What can we expect of Coach Williams and these Del Valle Cardinals in 2025?
And we're going to come out, we're going to fight every game. We're going to go out there, we're going to compete to win. There's never going to be a game where we're going to lay down for anybody. We're going to fight tooth and nail. Whenever I had to fill out our stuff for Dave Campbell's, they asked me, what was one thing that you people are going to notice about your team? And our kids are going to fight. And they really have no choice. One of the messages we gave them one day was burn your boats. Don't give yourself an opportunity to look for an escape.
Right.
And stand there and fight till you win. So that's one thing that we're going to pride ourselves on is that fight, that toughness, getting after it, and competing at a high level, regardless of whoever we see.
Right.
Like you said, we playing arguably, and really not arguably, we playing one of the best districts in the state.
Yeah.
And it's what you want to cut your teeth on as a young student athlete is you get to play the guys that are the best. And if like the old adage, in order to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Right.
So
absolutely,
that's going to be great for us.
It's been a tough district. Everyone, from Lake Travis, Westlake, Dripping Springs, those three teams alone are just powerhouses, 3 or 4 rounds deep, if not to the state, every single year. One thing I've noticed since I've been here, this is going on my 3rd year at Del Valle as broadcasting. These guys, it doesn't matter who's on the field, they do fight all the way through to the last quarter. And I'm super glad they got a coach like you to lead them through these fights, and really looking forward to seeing these young men prosper, seeing you prosper, and seeing Del Valle Cardinals prosper this year.
Yes, sir.
Guys, that's going to do it for us here at Del Valle. Coming up next, I'll do a breakdown of players and what we can expect out of these Del Valle Cardinals. Then we'll have interviews with some of the captains of these Del Valle Cardinal football team. Thank you guys and enjoy.
Go Cardinals.
Appreciate that, man.
Season 2, Episode 3 of Heard It Here First, and we got you a Del Valle Cardinal preseason preview. Huge shout out to Colin Williams. Taking over a team that went 3-7, 1-5 in district, but taking over a legacy of what Todd Patman had left here as well. And his tenure here, not only as the defensive coordinator, but as the head coach. What a relationship I was able to build with him. And when Coach Williams came in, I was kind of afraid, like, man, am I going to be able to have the same access? Am I going to be able to interview these players? And sure enough, Coach Williams, man, what a great fit. He's like, come on up, dude. Come interview my captains. Come interview me. Let's get these boys on the map. So as we start off this preseason preview, I want to give a huge shout out to Coach Patman and to his future endeavors. Then a huge shout out to Colin Williams for everything he has done for me personally and letting me be a part of these Del Valle Cardinals. And let's talk about what we got going this year. Coach Williams is taking over a team that went 3-7 and 1-5, but that 3-7 has been one of the best marks since the 2020s. Del Valle's offense has kind of struggled in the past, but last year under Coach Cyril Atkins, they started to come alive. Bradley Dent being one of the key pieces to that offense with 97 carries, 676 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns, 13 receptions for 221 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns. A second-team All-District honor. And then it was a very senior-heavy team with Cannell and Joel and Dee and Kevin Meeks, and we had a lot of receivers and just a lot of senior depth that moved on. And out of that receiving core, really the one that remains is Caden Nunez, who also was one of the very few receivers who had a receiving touchdown. Caden Nunez will be the senior leadership in that wide receiver role. But the beautiful thing is one thing that I'm starting to see is that turnover of teams that were passing. I'm thinking might see a lot more run this year. And not that we weren't running as much last year, but with returning Eric Vilches, Angelo Lopez, and Cornelius Erdy at the offensive line, I think we might even see a more prominent role in that rushing attack. Bradley Dent's going to be a monster. And Coach Williams had talked about some underclassmen that are going to be stepping up and playing running back. Defensively, I think that has been our key for the past few years, and I think once again that will be the case with Michael Dent, who led this team in tackles last year with 78 tackles, 9 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, 11 hurries, 2 INTs, 2 pass deflections, 1 fumble recovery, a second team all-district honors, as well as Derick LeBlanc, who had 4 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 1 pick, and 12 tackles. They see Coleman Patman on the other side. They test Derick LeBlanc. Derick LeBlanc passes with second team all district honors. He passes the test. It's going to be exciting in this defensive back with David Vindu and Jacob Sotelo and Derick LeBlanc. Those 3 gentlemen right there is really going to solidify that secondary. Then you add Michael Dent, Carmelo Jones, and Paul Medel at the linebacker position. Holy moly, you got 2 out of those 3 tiers covered. We are going to see some big questions on the defensive line, as we had 20 sacks on the season. 14 of those came from the combo of Jeremiah Robinson and Freddie Thomas. We did have Julio Ramirez on the defensive end as a defensive end last year. As somebody who I'm going to call on that we're really going to need to step up to make that big difference. It will be our defensive line. It won't be the offensive line. We'll need the defensive line to step up. We'll have an offensive line. Who's going to be that quarterback? What wide receivers will be stepping up? Who are these underclassmen? It's going to be exciting. You get a little afraid because it's like, man, what a big change. New head coach, huge senior class graduating. And I'm like, man, what does this next 3 years have in hold for Del Valle? I am excited to see what we have coming up. Right now, as I end the 2025 Del Valle Preseason Preview, we are going to leave you with an interview from your Del Valle captains, Jacob Sotelo, Derick LeBlanc, Paul Medel, as they walk us through how they prepared through the offseason, their leadership roles, and what you can expect from them in this 2025 season. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with your captains of the 2025 season. We have here Paul Medel, Jacob Sotelo, Derick LeBlanc. All 3 young men last year had a dang good season. Medel, every time you stepped on the field, you were in there getting tackles, man.
Yes, sir.
Now you're in your senior year. Now you're a captain. Talk to me about some of your leaderships and what you do to make sure your other players and other teammates are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yes, sir. Well, I like to hold all my teammates accountable and make sure that we're all on the same page. I think it's very important that we all do it together, understand that our brotherhood is very important.
Yep.
I think that has been pushing us a lot further this offseason more, making it very more progressive.
Right.
It's been very positive.
That's
and
good.
We have a few things we could fix up, but we're definitely getting there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Jacob, I was watching our games last night from last year.
Yes, sir.
Leander, you had 10 tackles.
Yeah.
Forced fumble, a pick. Walk me through that game, man. Talk to me about one of those your best games of the season last year.
I think that game, it was just like a different mindset. It was we were all locked in as a team. Being able to trust in one another that game, it opened so much opportunities for each and one of us, and just to go out there, make a first couple plays, it just made a lot of confidence throughout the game.
Right.
And it just continued to grow every minute, every quarter, and I'll say that.
All right, Derick. And then you ended the season with a forced fumble against Westlake. You had a pick against Aikens. How are you going to carry those turnovers into your senior season, and what are some things you've been working on during the off season for improvement?
Hold on. You think? Some things that I've been working on first is stamina, working hard, going 100% every play, not giving up. And a way that I'm gonna carry it into next season is by keep working hard, always have faith in my team, and do my job.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, Unfortunately for you, you had Coleman Patman on the other side, so they were throwing your way, and you answered the call. Second team all-district cornerback. Now you're a captain. Talk to me about some of your leadership skills and what you bring to Del Valley football.
Some of my leadership skills is to make sure the team work as one, and we all understand each other, and like have good communication with each other, and be on the same page.
Absolutely. Jacob, whenever it comes to your 2005 season, your senior year, what is one of the biggest goals for you personally?
I just want to remember as I gave it like my all.
Right.
I gave everything my all. Not only did I do it for myself, but I did it for my teammates as well.
Absolutely.
To make sure with the class under us, they go into their season with that type of energy as well. Like we got to give it all.
Dang right.
Now and later. So
that's good stuff, man. Paul, your senior season, you played dang good linebacker. What's one thing you focused on during your off season to make sure that you're ready for this upcoming season?
I want to say my leadership.
Okay.
I'd say my leadership definitely pushes me and my team.
Okay.
Focusing on them has helped me become better as an individual. I'd say it definitely helped us on the field, making sure we're on the same page.
You're instinctive. Every time you're there, man, you're in on that play every single time. So I'm really looking forward to you in this upcoming year.
I'm excited.
Let's brag about some of your teammates. Who's one guy? All y'all gotta have somebody different. Who's one guy that you can name right now that Texas football fans, Del Valley football fans, and Heard It Here First football fans should keep an eye on this year?
Carmelo Jones, number 5.
Yeah, is he wearing number 5 this year?
Yes, sir.
Carmelo, number 30 was my favorite number, bud. Should have wore that. Yeah, Carmelo Jones is a dang good linebacker.
Yes, sir.
Jacob Sotelo, give me an insight. What are your guys? Who's one guys we gotta watch out for this year?
I would say, of course, Michael Dent. He's always there for us. He's a great hard worker, and he's always out there on the field making plays.
Absolutely. All right, Derick. Last but not least,
I say watch out for my brother Vindu.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Vindu 0.
Number 0?
Vindu, David Vindu.
David Vindu. That's
Watch
your
out
brother.
for him. Not my brother, but
Yeah,
that's my
I
good
get you.
friend.
That's yeah. David Vindu's
Yeah,
a
watch out
dang
for
good.
him.
Yeah. I thought he was a senior last year for some reason.
Nah.
Having David Vindu back in that secondary is going to be phenomenal. Last question. Got a new head coach. Everybody tell me something that this new coaching staff, your new head coach, is bringing to you that's got you dialed in and ready for this season.
He's bringing energy, making sure we stay focused, doing what we're supposed to do when we got to do it, where we got to be, and making sure we on top of all of our stuff.
Absolutely.
I would say just the confidence and how much bought in they put us in.
Right.
The amount of effort and the amount of time they're putting into us, I just love that. The breaking down each play, helping us understand everything. I really love that.
Heck yeah.
Everything that's going into it. Yeah.
Sweet. What you got, Paul?
The mental aspect of the game. I'd
Right.
say our coaches have been very patient with us, focusing on correction, making sure we get everything right the first time and not the second time.
Hell yeah.
Really focusing on that ambition. Yes, sir.
Man, y'all all three, it's like y'all been interviewed before numerous times. Y'all did dang good. Anything that y'all want to leave with the Texas football fans, Del Valley football fans, Heard It Here First football fans? What can we expect out of Paul this year?
This year you can expect about 50 tackles, 10 sacks, 5 picks, and a couple.
3
Definitely
forced fumbles.
40 forced fumbles and some PBUs on the way.
Hey, come on. Hey, speaking of that, both of you were tied in leading this team in pass breakups this year. Who's going to have the most pass breakups between you two this year?
I like both of us to be successful.
Absolutely, man.
I think every week, we should go out there, not only compete against those teams, but push each other to be great every week.
Dang right.
You get one pass up, I want it now. Just continuing to compete with each other.
That's it, man.
I think for me this year, I just want to bring a lot of leadership. Not only that, but bring on my whole effort. Just make sure, that we get the 2025 season all we got.
Heck yeah, man. Derick?
I say this year I'm going to bring a whole lot of energy. I'm going to bring a better me and a whole lot of more effort. I'm going to, let's see. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
You can talk a little smack if you want to.
Nah.
You can let them other guys know that you're coming and don't throw it your way.
Nah, we definitely coming. Don't throw it my way. But, I'm bringing a whole lot of effort, a whole lot of energy. Y'all going to hear me for sure.
That's good, man. Well, guys, this is going to do it for our preseason preview of your Del Valle Cardinals. Looking forward to a great season. Looking forward to my third year broadcasting for y'all. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Make sure you follow the Cardinal Sports Network, as we'll give you live sports throughout the season for all sports. Guys, thank y'all so much, man. And I hope y'all have a blessed evening and a great season. Let's go knock these dudes in the mouth, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a blessed day.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take over. Dish out to Den, first play from scrimmage. He's going to see, makes the take a miss, and he is gone. Nice goal, kid. Is Bradley did, excuse me. Gives himself in the end zone. Should have been a flag on that one. The offense is not set. We got a support here at the 35-yard line. Del Valle Cardinals bringing it back to midfield. Finally gets shoved out of bounds with the snap from the pistol. Rolls out, has a man near side, almost the catch, and that should have been an interception, I believe. No, he call it an incomplete pass? No.
For Stockdale. Actually, we didn't play Stockdale, but I don't have a replay. The backfield, he'll come out. Oh, Mark Antoni rolling to his right, has his man in the end zone. Hands it off as, ooh, good defense. And they get back to the original line of scrimmage. Or under center is going to hand it off straight up at the 2-yard line. Backwards.